Hello, welcome back. It's Dan the Woodsman, and I'm up here on the ridge line up at Devou Park at the Native Habitat Restoration Site. And today's Sunday, August the 10th. I wasn't planning on doing anything today, but my plans changed yesterday when I ran across, as they say in the news business, a breaking story. And this is legit. I heard rumors that the lanternfly was in Devou. One of my friends texted me and said he heard that they spotted some up here. Well, I found some, and that's what today's video is going to be about: the tree of heaven and lanternfly. And I'll have the links, about both, information on both of them. And there's already a lot of YouTube videos out, especially from Pennsylvania, because that's where they originated. They came in a load of stone and a shipment of stone from China, apparently. And I don't know, a couple of years ago, 5 years, I don't know, but whatever. And they are bad. If you live through the cicada years, every 17 years we have cicadas here. I've gone through a couple of them. The way it looks in Pennsylvania, it looks like a cicada infestation. Tons of them. I mean, nasty. The lady was wearing a raincoat under a walnut tree. They were on a walnut tree, and they designate tree of heaven, but they'll go to whatever they can if they don't have the tree of heaven. But anyway, I'm not going to get into the gross details. Well, a little bit. Okay, they eat the sap, then they secrete this urine crap. They call it honeydew. I mean, I don't know why they call it honeydew, but it's nasty. It's lanternfly pee with sap mixed in, and it just secretes all over the place. It's nasty. And the sap, it also has it can carry like mold, mildew problems on it. Gets on the leaves. It's bad for the trees. Anything invasive is bad. You hear me harping about invasives? This is why. It's bad. I'm not going to cuss. I'm trying not to, but man, it is bad. So anyway, yesterday I was up here, and I'll be damned, I spotted a couple, and they were on a tree that I treated. I treated like 15 tree of heavens back about 2 months ago. They're up on this ridge line. When it got hot out, I moved down to the lower section. So I worked my way up. I finished that section down below, so I was working my way up, and I thought I'll check on those trees that I treated, see what happened. And I'll be damned, they're on here, and I'm going to show you a picture of them. There's not many of them, but this is a good before and after picture, because I'm sure there's going to be tons of them probably pretty shortly. So the tree of heaven, one way to control it, it's an invasive, is what they call slash and spray. You can take, I use a chainsaw, but you better be really proficient with a chainsaw and safety, and know what you're doing, because if you're not really confident with a chainsaw, don't try this, because you'll cut your head off, seriously. I mean, you got to watch out for kickback and all that. So it's not for the faint of heart, okay? But I did, if you might cuts, and I'll show you them, I did slashes with a chainsaw, and I do a few deep ones, and I do like long perimeter. I just, whatever I can do, I just mix them up. And this tree, I'm gonna go ahead and show you what it looks like. You can look up here, and yep, it's dying. So while we're looking, let's look at these lanternflies. There's one flexing for me. See him right there? And see that goopy stuff? Yeah, that's probably what I was talking about. So they're really kind of small. Ow, I just got a cramp in my leg. But they go through like 6 different life. Oh, there's some more. See, I didn't even see them. They go through a couple of life cycles. They, nymph, whatever. And wow, there's more here than I thought. There's one crawling up the tree. There's flying off. I swallowed a bug earlier. Damn, I hope it wasn't one of them suckers. But, so the first thing you need to do is, if you've got property and you've got tree of heaven, is get rid of tree of heaven, because it's a breeding ground for these suckers. And other than that, I was looking on YouTube and Googling. There's not a whole lot that you can do once you get heavy infestation. It's just nasty. So I also, on the other day, yesterday, Saturday, I noticed the tree right next to it was a hickory. This is a different area, but the hickory had more of them than on this tree. So it's not looking good. And I mean, birds will eat these things, but man, I don't know. So this is not too hopeful, but so in order to get to the tree of heavens, I had to clear out some honeysuckle today. So I work later than I expected, but I wanted to put the hurt to these things while I can. Then earlier I had chainsaw issues. I threw a chain. Usually if you throw a chain, I should have just switched to a different chain, but I tried to milk it and throw the chain again. Anyways, long story. I wasted too much time. I should have just put on a decent chain. But once I got the different chain on, it was cutting like a champ, so I didn't want to stop. And I'll be darned, I found 3 more of these stupid tree of heavens buried in the honeysuckle. I had to literally make a path to get 2 of these things. So that's my video for today. There's going to be some links about these lanternfly, spotted lanternfly, and the tree of heaven. Nasty from Asia invasion stuff. Apparently the USDA didn't bring in the lanternfly. I'll be damned. I mean, but they did bring in the tree of heaven back in the 1900s. That's a whole different story. So I'm going to have a second leg on this video. I'm going to film it tomorrow. I want to maybe I'll film it today. I don't know. We'll see. But I put in some red oaks, and they're doing surprisingly well. So I'd rather leave you with an upbeat, vibe than downer. This is downer, man. This is, sorry, but this is really seriously downer material here. So, all right. Well, as I always say, stay safe out there. Be careful, and thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. I have a few more subscribers, so giving you some content today. All right. Take care, people. Much love. Bye. Okay, I'm back for part 2. It's still Sunday, so the weather's good, so I'm gonna go ahead and shoot this. I want to touch base about the slash and spray method. That's the new recommended method to kill the tree of heaven. I used to use, like they call it, a girdle technique. We run a saw like 1 inch complete circle, the base of it. You break the membrane of the bark and spray it with Roundup or Glipanax, which is the same stuff. But they found out that if you do the circle method, the problem is that the tree goes into distress immediately and starts sending out a bunch of suckers. So supposedly this way with the slash, then spray it. I mean, within 15 minutes, you don't have that. It dies a slow death, and it doesn't realize it's dying, so it doesn't go into alert mode. So that's helpful information I wanted to pass on. The other thing, helpful information, is if you have property and you are, or whatever, you're a volunteer, or maybe even you're a professional, but if you're going to be dealing with tree of heaven, make damn sure that you know that it's tree of heaven. And I'm going to tell you how you can nothing's positive, but with almost complete certainty, know it's tree of heaven. So you can Google it, find out, the leaf structure and all that. But the problem is, some of these trees, like up here, are 100, 200 foot tall. The leaves are way up there. So, I mean, you almost need binoculars. And they also resemble a couple other native trees. The leaf structure kind of looks like a walnut tree, and some of the hickories also have leaves similar in a smaller diameter that could be mistaken. If you're not sure, don't treat it. Wait until if it's a nut tree like a walnut or a hickory, it probably producing nuts. So wait until the fall, or like right now, I found a bunch of hickory nuts. So this one tree, I wasn't even for sure what it was, and I looked around the base of it, and there's green hickory nuts. It's either mucker nut or what's the other one? Pig nut, they call them. The small little hickory nuts, and but the leaves are really skinny. So you definitely do not want to harm native trees. Okay, so just make sure that you know what you're doing. The big thing that for me, even if you're not 100% sure, but you're like 99.9, do one cut slash and just use your nose. Supposedly they say it smells like old peanut butter. I never smelled peanut butter this raunchy. I mean, it smells bad. This stuff does. They must have flunked the Alzheimer's test, because it definitely does not smell like peanut butter to me. But you can smell it. It's a noxious smell. I mean, it's really repulsive. So, I mean, as soon as you hit it with a saw, within probably a minute, I mean, it doesn't take long, the odor wafts up to you, and it's like, oh God, So, and hickory is completely different smell. It's like sweeter, it's nuttier, which this stuff is like, it's dirty socks. That's about the best way I could think of describe it. It was stinking, some really stinking dirty socks from like your adolescent kid. I mean, bad. So that's what I wanted to touch base on, to just make damn sure that you're not do no harm is the doctor's creed. Okay, same thing here. You don't want to do anything harmful. So here is a happy story. I managed to snag 11 red oaks from Green Umbrella, who got them from the Cincinnati Zoo. So thank you fellas and gals very much. The woman Claire knew me from Licking River Greenway Trail, so she asked me if I wanted some, and actually I didn't think they would live, because July is not the time to be planting young trees. But I thought, what the hell? I just wanted to get on a freebie list, which now I'm on a freebie list, so it was worthwhile. But man, everybody said, oh, the ground won't be too hard. It's been raining, which it has been. It's been raining pretty much nonstop. Every 3 days we're getting pretty heavy thunderstorms. So, but anyway, I got up here. I brought a pick, a good thing, because it was like bad. It was like on the cartoons where you throw the pick on the ground and the guy starts vibrating. That was me. I mean, it was rough digging. I would not recommend it, and I will not plant trees in July or August ever again unless I have an auger. But freebies, I mean, I couldn't pass by. All right, so with further ado, here is the oak tree. This is one of them. Look at that bad boy. I mean, I just thought, man, this thing. I expected it. I was praying for rain. 3 days later, after it got in the ground, we got heavy, like 1 inch rain. So this thing is actually really healthy. So and the deer are leaving alone. It's a red oak. They prefer white oak, so that's good. And believe it or not, there's not many red oaks in this area of the park up here. I don't know what's up with that, but anyway, it's doing good. The ground actually has been holding the moisture pretty good. You can kind of see it down there. So with that, I guess I'll really wrap up, not do a twofer again, but this is it. So But yeah, I've been hard at it, so I don't know. I hope I gave you a little bit of information or entertainment or something. So thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you guys, subscribers, and anybody else. Dude from Australia. I mean, who knew? I mean, you know, was hooked into my channel. So all right, I'm gonna adios. Thanks so much. Bye.